Hey, brothers and sisters from the StarkNet family. This is Nurstar, and I'm proud to welcome you to the third episode of Shill Me Your Fundamentals, a Twitter Space show on the promotional and marketing landscape on the StarkNet scaling solution on the StarkNet ecosystem. Today, I'm hosting the Astraly team, which is a launchpad, formerly known as ZK and they've been very active in the space, hosting very interesting spaces and creating a lot of educational contents on the space. Also, because they have a kind of also analytics branch of their project, which I really like. And therefore, I would like to welcome to you Matteo, the CEO of Astraly, and Nick, the Chief Marketing Officer of Astraly. Welcome, guys. Hi.
Hey, yeah, thanks a lot for welcoming us on your Twitter space. It's always a pleasure to come here. And yeah, we're really thrilled to be here. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Nurstar. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're welcome, guys. I'm very happy to have you here today. And so I would like to ask you for some questions today. And I'd like to start with Matteo. I'd like to ask him how it felt, how this year, since the beginning of 22, has felt like while building on StarkNet. What are your impressions on the past months? And then, if you could explain to us in simple words what is a launchpad and how it works. And then I would like to know if it's also being a launchpad, if you also are planning to offer promotional and marketing assistance to the projects that would decide to launch on it.
Yeah. First things first. I think it has been a pretty intense year. Developing on StarkNet is something great, but it's something really challenging because everything is pretty new and everything is changing. Like the tools are changing, the language Cairo is changing pretty much every month. So it's really challenging, but we feel like we're building on the right tech right now. And we feel like StarkNet is just the right place right now to scale Ethereum. So I mean, it's challenging, but it's also rewarding. So it's been almost a year now, not a year yet, but I think 9 or 10 months right now that we've been working on Astraly and developing on StarkNet. And we couldn't be happier to be here. So yeah, that's for the development part on StarkNet. About what we are doing at Astraly, and basically we're helping projects to distribute their token supply. So if you're a project and you're designing a token in order to like foster the collaboration of the different actors in your ecosystem, we help you to find the best way to distribute the supply of your token. There's classic ways such as initial coin offerings, but you can also work for airdrops or stuff like this. So yeah, basically that's what we are doing on StarkNet. And so we are trying, so the key, I would say the major thing we're trying to do is to integrate reputation in all our systems. So basically when you want to launch your token, you want to find the best people that are going to help you to maximize the value of your token. So you want to find your best contributors. You want to find the people that are the most relevant to the product you're launching. And so we are trying to help projects to achieve that thanks to on-chain reputation. So that's how we work. And also, yeah, about your last question, I think it was about promotional assistance. So yeah, yeah, thanks. So yeah, of course, we are helping on this side. The goal is just to find the best people for your project and help you to reach market fits as soon as you can with the best token holders and with the best contributors to your project. So that's the goal of what we're building. And of course, we're trying to help in every way we can the projects we are working with. But yeah, we're still quite a small team. We are 7, if I'm not wrong. So we're helping the best we can with the people we have. We have amazing devs, amazing people in business development and marketing. Nicola won't say anything else, but yeah.
I agree with that. Thanks a lot, Matteo. That's very kind.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, cool. That was very impressive. I really like the structure that you are, the structure and the mechanisms that you are creating on your launchpad on Astraly. Uh, However, now I would like to pass the word to Nick. Sorry, sorry, guys, I had some coughing. Anyway, I would like to ask Nico for some questions about your marketing strategy. I would like to know how Astraly is engaging its community, what kind of initiatives you are doing in this direction.
Sure, that's a great question. So regularly we do different initiatives in order to keep the community involved, even though we're still on testnet. So I can describe you a couple of the things that we do. We have a couple of routines, and that's something that we advise to every project, so that the community has like a rendezvous or like a weekly, for example, meeting point when they can like exchange ideas and actually talk to the team. And we do that regularly through our IMAs, so that we do on Twitter, and when anyone can ask us questions. So I think, yeah, it's a good way to establish trust between the community and the core team, because they can basically ask anything, and it's also a great way to get feedback, which is really important, especially at the early stages of a project, obviously. The quest and the goal, the overarching goal being building the best product possible with the help of the community. Another initiative that we also run was the fact of creating sets of quests that so it's a bit gamifying community engagement with tools like Crew3, for example. A bunch of projects in the StarkNet ecosystem also use this tool. We think it's like a really wise way to engage the community. So for those who don't know, Crew3 is like basically a tool where you can like define quests, like for example, participate in our AMA, retweet our last tweet, give product feedback. It can be basically anything, and then you can like level up on the app, and that's a good way for projects to identify like the most faithful contributor to some extent. And so that's a mechanism that we really liked and that we embedded in our core product. So concretely in Astraly, when you launch with us, you can create also quests, but we go a step further than Crew3 on that, because we implement on-chain like quests that are very scalable on-chain. So for example, if it's trying out our testnet, you can just send a transaction and we can check if you actually like perform the quest. That's something that we did when we did our testnet launch with Brick, for example, and with Influence, like 2 projects building on StarkNet. And that's really powerful. We think that that's something that we're going to leverage a lot when we're going to do the mainnet launches with the project that we already like signed collaborations with for the mainnet launch. but I can elaborate a bit more on that later. Anyway, so to go back on the question on the initiative, so I said, yeah, having routines like regular AMAs, the quests, and then one thing that should be not looked down also, that's really important, is involvement in like IRL events. StarkNet is still like a small but like really engaged and fast-growing community. And we really think it's really important for any project to show up at like the events. For example, StarkNet CC. There's one in Lisbon last month, and we're gonna be there. We were also partners for the first edition. Other events like EastCC, Ethereum Amsterdam, and everything. Yeah, overall, really important to show up at this event as a project, I think, and that's something that we do as well. So yeah, that's the main elements, I would say.
All right. Thanks a lot, Nick. Matteo, would you like to add something on it, or you're fine?
Yeah, I guess it was a good explanation, so it's all right for me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and Nick, that was very interesting. I really look forward to seeing, the launch pad on mainnet as soon as the StarkNet mainnet gets in full operation. Gets fully operational, and I'd like to see how the different communities would react to the projects and to the Crew 3 programs once there's the mainnet. It will be very, very interesting to see how it develops itself. However, now we get to the show me your fundamentals moment. So, and that's for Matteo. I would like Matteo to imagine being a project or the head of a project, of course, at the early stages, building on StarkNet. And I'd like to know why should I choose Astraly uh, as the well, sorry, maybe I explained myself wrongly. Sorry, I will rewind. I would like to imagine me being a project, the head of a project at its early stages on StarkNet, and I would like to know why should I choose Astraly as my launchpad over other options.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think it's a great question, of course. But yeah, what we do and how we differentiate mainly is around reputation. And so our system is not based on how much token you hold, or it's not hyper financialized. It's based mainly on reputation. And so in a few words, we are helping you. If you're a project, we are helping you targeting the best holders for your token at your launch. So I would say that's the main thing, that we help you target the right holders for your project, and those who are going to bring you the most value. So for instance, if you're launching something similar to a decentralized exchange, your main focus when you launch your token is to attract liquidity providers, to attract people that are going to bring liquidity, and people that are going to contribute to your project. So that would be the two targets you should have when you launch a decentralized exchange. And basically what we do is we analyze on-chain data in order to help you target like liquidity providers and people who are actively contributing to your project. So that's an example. If you want another example, I think it's pretty straightforward. But if you're launching a gaming protocol, you're looking for people that are going to play your game. You're not looking for people that are going to buy your token, hold it, and never play the game. You need players that are going to actually use your token in game and fuel the whole economy you're creating around your game. And so with our system, we're we help you to target gamers. So how do we do that? We analyze on-chain data again, and we find people that just fits your project. So for instance, we can look into gamers on other chains, gamers on other gaming protocols. And so yeah, that's pretty much the what we are doing. And I think it's pretty important for projects to distribute their supply, their early supply, to people that are going to use the token. I think that's a huge point, because you need to maximize the value. When you distribute the first part of your token, you need to maximize the value of your token. And so distributing it to the people that are going to use it, that are going to fuel your protocol, that are going to contribute to your protocol, is really important for both your protocol and the performance of your token. So I think that's our key differentiator. I think that a lot of projects can just feel what we're saying. And so yeah, that's our key differentiator, and I think that's going to be a huge thing for StarkNet in a few months. Yeah.
Cool. That was a very convincing answer. Thank you. I really liked the quote you said. I mean, the slogan. I think you should build a slogan out of it about like that you help you help the projects that want to launch on your launchpad finding the best holders for the token. That's a very nice slogan. I really like that. And furthermore, I would like to ask Nikro for some questions regarding the future plans of Astraly in the promotional marketing sphere. I would like to know how Astraly is preparing itself, and I mean, how are you preparing the protocol for the next intense months? Once the StarkNet mainnet reaches full operability about Q1 2023 is forecast. And there will be, I think, there will be a crucial moment, especially for you, as there will be many projects that will come out and that will launch their tokens. Therefore, I'd like to know what is your marketing approach for such a meaningful and important time.
All right, awesome. So I'm gonna give split the answer in like several parts, maybe. So yeah, in terms of like one thing that is really core for us is that we have two different people, that we have two audiences. So it's like the potential investors, people that want to get like exposure or in the StarkNet space, in the project launch on StarkNet. These people, they want to learn more about StarkNet. So obviously we're creating already right now educational content. We're gonna like create even more around Q1 of next year. Obviously, because there's gonna be more like a really fast. We expect a really fast and growing interest on the StarkNet space once people once a lot of projects are gonna actually launch. So that's something that we are already working on. Then we also have then for the project. So obviously we're talking with and we've already chatted with almost all the projects on StarkNet that are building on StarkNet. There is like new popping every week, so and that's really great. And so we've already created partnerships with a bunch of them to help them launch their IDO or INO or airdrop on mainnet. So everything is going to be happening really fast, as you said, and we are definitely really well prepared for that. So the way it works is that we have a calendar internally of all the launches that we're going to run. And for each project, we're crafting a custom like marketing plan that includes because obviously we need to co-market for the launch to be a success. That includes like social posts on Twitter, Discord, special IMAs for people, for our community to really understand what the project is all about. Secondly, there's also like as part of our product, the quests that I mentioned earlier and the reward programs to leverage basically the existing community of the project and create a viral loop. So, for example, in our product, when you share the product on socials, you have more chances to participate. Obviously, since we're incentivizing participation in the project, testnet, and co-marketing, as well as on-chain reputation, if that makes sense. The two play a role in the fact that in your chances of investing or receiving the token here. So that's the second part, and the third part of the strategies that we're running is also influencer marketing as well. A lot of projects use that marketing lever, and we plan to also do it for the project that we will collaborate with. But we're as we don't have a real ROI from doing it when no project is live again. We're waiting for the actual launches to activate this more paid acquisition marketing lever, if I can say it like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the overall strategy that we have. So yeah, we've already we haven't waited for Q1 2023 to create partnerships with project. It's only going to be the execution of that plan that we've been drafting for a couple of months already. But that's going to be a really exciting time, I think, for the StarkNet ecosystem when it's going to be live. So looking forward to it, really.
Very good. Thanks a lot. And I think I'm over with the questions about Astraly. And I would like to say once again, to congratulate once again on you for the amazing job that you are doing with Astraly. Now, I would like to go towards the end of the episode by chatting a bit about the overall StarkNet landscape, especially the marketing field, marketing promotional landscape on StarkNet. I would like to know from you, how do you see the overall marketing landscape on StarkNet? What do you like and what would you improve? I mean, you can both answer, obviously. We can start with Matteo.
Okay. No problem. I'll go on, no problem. So yeah, I think one great thing right now happening around StarkNet is that pretty much every project is creating tutorials and helping everybody to get onboarded on Cairo. And that's a pretty good thing to attract developers right now, because one of the main focus should be around building things and attracting developers to build in Cairo. And I think, pretty much every project is making episodes or stuff like this to onboard developers. Around purely marketing stuff and trying to onboard people to StarkNet, I think it's still really early. I mean, we already have some NFTs project on mainnet. We also have NFT marketplaces on mainnet, but it's really, really early. The bridge is still capped. We're having the state reset in a few months from now, and also Cairo 1.0, which is going out, I think, next month or something like this, and it will introduce major changes. So we're still really early, and we mainly have people that believe in StarkNet and people that are developing on StarkNet right now. But we are starting to work on strategies, and I think a lot of projects are starting to work on strategies to attract retail users and the whole market to StarkNet. But I think it's still really early right now.
Yeah, definitely. To complete a bit on that, so I've noticed that some projects are even though it's really early and it's a lot of it's a big developer focus. It's really like developer focused in terms of communication, trying to attract new people on StarkNet, which is great at that stage of development of the ecosystem. That's really like what we need, obviously. So everyone is doing the right thing, in my opinion. Some projects are already also creating really interesting community involvement strategies. I'm thinking about like ZKland, Nostra as well. Bravos, I see they're listening. So hi guys, congrats! Really doing really cool stuff. Because they're some of these projects are incentivizing their community and creating like obviously meaningful and educational content to bring more people to the space and to also try to clarify the advantages of the tech, something we really need. So yeah, as you mentioned earlier, we're also doing that, trying to educate about StarkNet on our like Twitter page at Astraly as well. And yeah, something that is like really the job zero in an ecosystem like that. On the other hand, since it's like really early and all the projects are still on testnet, there's not that much like direct impact on revenue for project wanting to invest heavily in marketing. So still, I think everyone is like preparing the way, preparing for Q1 2023, which is going to be a really exciting time for the whole space. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Amazing. Thanks a lot, guys. Well, I would like to know if there's somebody from the public, from the listeners, who would like to either ask or say something about today's topic, about Astraly or overall promotional things on StarkNet. Let's wait for some seconds and let's see if there are some questions. All right. I think there are no questions so far. So I would like to close the episode, thanking Matteo and Nick from Astraly, the StarkNet Launchpad. If you're a head or a member of a project which is thinking over launching on StarkNet, do not hesitate to contact Matteo and Nick from Astraly to see how they can help you out with your launch. And having said that, I would like to thank them once again for taking some of their precious time to be here today. And I'd like to thank, of course, the listeners for being here. Thanks a lot, and see you for the next episode of Shill Me Your Fundamentals. See you next time, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Nurstar.
thanks a lot
Bye,
for
guys.
having us, and yeah, see you. Bye.
You're
See
welcome.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye, Nick. You too. Bye. Bye, guys.